Hi. So I wanted to get on here to discuss my old videos from 6 months ago. It's May, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and when I was looking at those videos, I immediately wanted to, put them on private. I wanted to hide them. I was embarrassed. I was like, oh Lord, I sound crazy, all that stuff. But then I started, looking at them more. And I was like, no, this needs to stay on my channel. This needs to be here. My whole business name is Journey With, okay? Journey with Jana, journey with you, journey with life, journey in relationships, journey in with family, journey with anything in life, journey with God, whatever you're journeying with at this point in time, that's your journey. Your journey is your personal journey. And the reason why I made this YouTube channel is to share with everyone my journey. So I'm not going to be, ashamed of anything of my past. I'm not going to hide anything in my past. I'm going to live an open and honest life with you guys. And those videos, you can tell, my mental health was, when my mental health was declining, when I was getting harassed. And, after I got fired, if you see some of those videos, I might be sad in some of those videos, or even those videos when my car got totaled. I was in a car accident, which happened a month after I got fired. So I was struggling, 6 months ago, even 8 months ago was my very first video after my spiritual awakening video, after I had got out of that relationship that had domestic violence. So 8 months ago, I made a video on depression and anxiety and balancing God in your life. And I was, praying every day, reading my Bible every day, and God really got me out of that situation. I'm not going to be ashamed of where I came from. I'm not going to be ashamed of my growth, because we are all living, we are all learning, and we are all growing. Life is continuous. Life is a continuous journey. Okay, your past does not define your future. You are living and you are learning, and anything that has happened in your life was supposed to happen in your life because it got you to this point of where you are right now. I cannot, even if it wasn't supposed to happen, even if it was terrible, 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 and you could have lived without that part of your life. Even if you think that, I just know that I'm at the point in my life where everything that has happened to me, I am not upset, because it got me to this point that I am right now. It got me speaking out right now. I was a very shy child. I did not talk much. I was a mute pretty much. I didn't, speak. People would speak to me and I just wouldn't speak back. I was an observer. I took everything in. I've always wrote, every day. When I was a teenager, before I was a teen, I always had my diary. I remember in second grade, I was the one writing, I was the one asking the teacher for a second sheet of paper, a third sheet of paper, and them kids was looking at me like, they was writing half a page papers and stuff, and they was like, girl, you don't have to do all that. But no, I was the one, doing all that, because I didn't talk in the classroom. I knew when to talk, I knew when it was time to play, and I knew when it was time to be serious. So growing up, I've been very to myself and very observant of the things around me, Just because I have been quiet does not mean that, I wasn't taking anything in, because I was taking everything in. Even when I was getting abused in that domestic violence situation, a lot of times in that situation, I was very passive, and I was very people-pleasing, and I was very, sure, yes, oh no, that's okay, that's okay. I was very like that, very meek and not too bold at all, not courageous at all. So, I share that in my autobiography in detail, the things that's happened to me throughout the years and how I've gotten to this point of where I am now. And it was a lot of mistakes along the way, and I put those mistakes in my books. So I'm like, you know, even if those videos from 6 months ago, I'm keeping them on my channel, because, you know, it's going to be 6 months from now and I'm going to be in another place. You know, I'm going to be in a higher place. So you're always learning and growing from your experiences. And do not be ashamed of your emotions. Do not be ashamed of being human. I got a message from somebody. Oh my goodness, this message was so amazing to me. She texted me and she said, "Don't apologize for being human." I'm actually going to read you guys that message. I'm going to read you guys that message that she sent to me, because it was so beautiful and it really just touched my heart. She said, "Jana, I love the courage you are showing to be so transparent. Heart. Continue to live your truth with no apologies for being human." And then she gave me something to listen to, and also a quote. "When you get, give. When you learn, teach." Which is, you know, from Maya Angelou. And I appreciated that so much, because in life, there's going to be challenges. There's going to be embarrassing moments. There is going to be things that you don't want people to know about you. There's going to be, you know, things that you want to hide from the world. There are going to be those things that you want to keep personal, you know, between you and your therapist, or between you and your doctor, or between you and your significant other, or between you and whoever abused you when you were younger, or in your adulthood, or in whatever you was going through. It's going to be things that you don't want to share, okay? And I put my life out there to anybody who wants to hear it, to anybody who benefits from it, because I've been hearing, you know, this thing called oversharing on social media. And I love it. I love this generation of sharing. I love to overshare, because you never know who is listening. You never know who is going to take something out of that message, and you never know who you are going to help. You never know who is struggling so bad. You never know who is going through it mentally. Because I remember when I was going through it mentally. I remember when I was struggling so bad, and it was nobody. It was nobody, you know, who was talking to me about these things, you know. But I reached out to a therapist to talk to them about it. But it was nobody in my life that, you know, I could share these things with. But the more I started being open and honest with people, you know, be like, "Oh yeah, I just had a call from my therapist today. Oh, I was talking to my therapist about that." You know, I was just throwing it out there, you know. The more my friends would tell me, "You know, do you think I should get a therapist? All right, I think I'm gonna get a therapist too." And I was like, "Yeah, you know, get a therapist." You know, the more you normalize these conversations, the more you normalize topics about mental health, the more people are going to live and thrive. The more, you know, the situations that want to be hidden are going to come out, or the more, you know, that these situations can be stopped in the future, you know. So like me writing this, the abuse in my book and stuff, I want this to be guidance to people. This is my healing, but I want this to be guidance to people, because at first I thought that I was stupid. I was embarrassed. I thought, oh, nobody else goes through this. Nobody else is gonna, you know, everybody's gonna be like, oh, she's stupid. But you know what? Everybody thinks. Everybody has an opinion. Somebody is not gonna like you in this world, okay? It is 7 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to not like you, all right? And it's okay. It is a-okay. As long as you get your mental health and you get your mental strength to the point of knowing when you get, give, when you learn, teach. Oh, I love it so much. I love those words so much. Like, I'm so happy she sent me that message, because I am inspired. And the power of positivity and the power of speaking life into a situation, it can be everything. It can be everything. You know, you need to surround yourself with people who speak life into your situations, people who are going to cheer you on your journey, because that speaks to the soul. And as a human, you know, you got all these emotions in you. You bound to you know, get upset. You bound to cry. Okay, I've been crying all week, but there's been tears of joy. All right, it hasn't been tears of sadness. It's been tears of joy because of where I'm at in my life and where I've come from, and how I am using my voice, because I went from being shy to being courageous. And I want everybody to know, and I want everybody to get to that point. And I want to share what I learned along the way from my journey to get me to this point, because it's life-changing. Once you find yourself, once you find your voice, once you find your drive, once you find your motivation, once you don't worry about nobody else. Because I'm telling you, before making these YouTube videos, I was like, what if my job finds these videos? I don't care about that anymore. Because if I can help one person along the way of their journey, then I'm okay. I'm okay in my life, okay? And I know that God got my back, because as long as your heart is kind, as long as your heart is pure, and as long as you are trying to give positive energy out in this world, you are going to get some positive energy back, okay? Because for the longest time, I was so nice, and I couldn't figure out why I was getting all this hate, you know, because I was nice to people. But then I realized that I was, you know, welcoming negative energies inside of me. I was welcoming negative energies to my aura. You know, I was around negative energies, and those negative energies were crushing me. They were crushing me. And I couldn't understand why I was being crushed when I was being so nice. It's like, oh my gosh, why is the mean guy being mean to me when I'm being so nice to them? I'm gonna tell you guys a secret, okay? Don't invite negative energies in, because it's gonna be a lot of people that's attracted to you. It's gonna be all types of people attracted to you. I've talked about this before. It's gonna be bad people, confused people, and good people, and it's up to you to weed those people out, okay? It is up to you to invite positive energy into your aura, and you know, not just disregard negative energy, but block that negative energy from you yourself. You do not have to entertain that negative energy, okay? You can be you, and you could try to speak life into somebody, but if they are not themselves trying to find positive light or trying to find positivity at all, you know, leave that situation alone. And that is how you protect yourself. And I was actually listening to Girl Trek today and it was Maya Angelou's episode, which is what the person who encouraged me yesterday sent to me. And I was listening to that, and I was just like, wow. I was like, wow. She said, John, I really think that this message was for you. And I was like, wow. I listened to it, and I was like blown away. I was like, this message was for me, you know? And I'm so happy that she shared that message with me, because it was very powerful, and it motivated me to continue on my journey, you know, because when you're doing the right thing on your journey, God will send messengers, and he will, you know, send those messengers to cheer you on your journey and to let you know that, hey, you're doing the right thing, and yes, it's this way, and just keep doing what you're doing, you know. So you'll know when you're doing the right thing in life. You're going to feel good. You're going to smile. You're going to feel happy. You know, you might cry, but them tears is going to turn to tears of joy, because you're going to look at your success, and you're going to see how blessed you are, and you are going to say, wow, I'm struggling right now, but it is not near what I was going through before. And you're going to think, if I could get out of that, I can get out of this, you know? So listen, you're human. Okay? Never apologize for being human. Never apologize for being human. Those words are words to live by, because I almost apologized for being human. And I almost closed my book and I almost kept it to myself. But you know what? I'm not apologizing for being human. And I'm releasing my book out into the world for everyone to see. And I appreciate everyone's support that has been supporting me so far. And look at your success and you stay blessed. And you do not apologize for being human.